How's it going, everybody? It's Milwaukee coming back at you once again. And today we're going to be discussing Red Hood and the Outlaws Redemption by Scott Lobdell with art by Kenneth Rocafort, I think. Let's get into it. Red Hood and Starfire break Roy out of a prison in the nation of Karak. And then the trio head to a place in the Himalayas known as the All Cast. A place where Talia al Ghul had taken Jason Todd to after his resurrection to be trained in the ways of, combat or whatever. The team takes on a big monster while some monk reads their memories as a way of, giving these characters backstory that is desperately needed because who cares, right, about these characters? The gang then head to Colorado in search of a group of villains known as the Untitled. Very creative. Starfire battles a new villain named Crux, while Roy and Red Hood take on the Untitled, and Starfire ends up losing her powers and becomes human. Roy comes to Starfire's aid, and Red Hood ends up defeating the Untitled, and in doing so, turns the whole city that they were in Colorado against him and the Outlaws. Then we get a random flashback issue here, all about how Red Hood met Starfire. Then Red Hood takes on a character known as Essence, and he makes a discovery. The gang also gets a spaceship, so I guess next time it's going to be Red Hood in space. Wow, can't wait. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your volume of Red Hood and the Outlaws 1 Redemption, where nobody was redeemed. The only thing I can say good about it is the art by Kenneth Rocafort. Pretty good stuff. In particular, the Starfire stuff. I know a lot of people don't like the cheesecake. They were complaining back in the day of how she was so sexualized and she's just, banging Red Hood and banging Arsenal, and it's just a very sexually liberated Starfire that people aren't used to. Doesn't really bother me. I don't care. Never liked Starfire. Never liked Red Hood. Never liked Arsenal. So whatever they're doing, I don't really care about. And but at least it looked good while they were doing it. Again, the character of Roy Harper, Arsenal. Pre-New 52, I think he was Green Arrow's son. I was really hoping that with the New 52 relaunch, they would retcon him the hell out of continuity, because I like Green Arrow, I like Black Canary, but I never liked Roy Harper. And it seems that the New 52, Green Arrow, and Black Canary aren't a thing anymore. So why is Roy still here? Not that he was necessarily her son or whatever. I think Oliver might have had it for a previous marriage or whatever. But the point being, why is Roy Harper here? He sucks. He's insufferable in this book. He's not funny at all. Really took the book down, in my opinion. The All Cast story. This group of secret monks in the Himalayas that train Batman and Jason Todd or whatever. Real boring stuff here. Apparently there was some truce between the All Cast and the Untitled, and Jason Todd was led to believe that the Untitled broke the truce, but there was really a traitor in the midst, and they go and fight the Untitled for no reason, and now it's all a big mess, and I don't really care. And I doubt you do either. This book was not well received at the time, and I can see why. And then we get random flashbacks here of Nightwing. Now, I know a lot of the Batman continuity was kept intact, although they did retcon Catwoman knowing, Batman's identity. Apparently, Nightwing and Starfire were still a couple when they were in the Teen Titans all those decades ago, right? Even though I'm pretty sure in the New 52 Teen Titans, this is the first incarnation of the team or something. This is one of those problems with the New 52, right? But like I said, Starfire, she likes Red Hood because she reminds her of someone. It's Nightwing, but she doesn't know it yet. And who cares? So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give Red Hood and the Outlaws Redemption a 2 out of 5. Real missed opportunity here. I was really hoping that this was going to be the redemption, right, of Red Hood, the character of Red Hood, because I've been reading everything he's been in up to this point since he was reintroduced and Under the Hood. And if you've been following my reviews of Red Hood, I really found him to be a character that's lacking. And I was wondering why he's such a fan favorite. And I was like, well, maybe the New 52 relaunch is going to change everything. They'll make him as despicable as they can pre-New 52, and then totally redeem him here with a new personality and all this stuff, and they're just not. He's like secret agent Red Hood, James Bond, going around the world, righting wrongs, out criminaling the criminals, and it's just brutal. Like, they were starting to go that direction in Red Hood Lost Days, if you recall. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. And now they got a spaceship, and I guess they're going to go to Starfire's home planet. And boy, I just don't know about Red Hood, guys. But anyway, that's enough of that for now. Until next time, I'll see you there. Unless I don't, because you can't take it anymore. Wouldn't blame you.